I've made four feature documentary films and a 12-part documentary series, a few other shorts along the way. And I've always been fascinated by the intersection of the personal and the political, basically how we can understand larger political moments through intimate personal stories. And so we made the film Crawford. We mentioned about the town of Crawford and what it was like to live there, how the town was sort of pulled apart by the experience of being a centerpiece of the Bush era. I made a film called 61 Bullets that was about the alleged assassination of Huey P. Long, who was the governor and senator of Louisiana in the mid to late 30s. I made a film that we sold to HBO called Running with Beto, where we filmed for about a year behind the scenes of Beto O'Rourke's insurgent campaign for the U.S. Senate against Ted Cruz in Texas in 2018. We filmed with Beto. We had behind the scenes access with his family, his campaign team, and we followed three first-time activists who were sort of getting involved in politics for the first time. And we made that film Running with Beto, which premiered in 2019 at South by Southwest, where it won the Audience Award and then premiered on HBO a couple months later. We made a film called Ready or Not after that, which was about a 17-year-old gun violence survivor who decided to run for city council in Houston. And so I was interested in, what is it like to be trying to graduate high school and find a date to prom at the same time that you're raising money and learning about flood policy and trying to debate a 65-year-old incumbent. So that was a sort of coming of age story in politics. And that came out in 2020. And yeah, then when I began to become reinterested, reanimated by my family's personal history, by the story of my grandparents' romance on the run from fascist Italy and the story of the family that they left behind to navigate the Nazi occupation. I realized that this story might be right for audio, might be better suited for audio, for a limited series podcast than it would be for the visual medium of documentary film. And a lot of that was because the main principals are no longer with us, that we don't have, enough good footage and assets and photographs from it. Part of that is that the films that I've made have been very cinema verite, very fly on the wall, in the middle of the action, observational. And so this sort of Ken Burns style of approaching history, while I enjoy consuming those films, isn't natural to me to make. And I love audio, although I make a lot of have made, these feature documentary films. I consume a lot of podcasts. I think like many folks, I was sort of hooked in by Serial, early on, and then became very interested by that kind of audio storytelling and where it can take you, and the immersive nature of imagining the sort of guided meditation that occurs when you're listening to a story, and you are similar to your imagination might be activated reading a book or a novel, where you're building the world inside your own imagination, filling in the details with the cues that you're being given. That's an experience I really enjoy in the audio space, and I felt like that could be rich medium for to tell this story of my family's experience of Italian fascism. And so that's sort of why we wound up choosing that for Pack One Bag.